What's the word? Tiger!
If I quit your realm, I still rock Mercedes home. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
Welcome into yet another episode of Skyhawk Sports Talk. Davis Gregory here with Chris Brinkley at the Level Up Arcade Bar and Woodfire Pizza Kitchen. Chris,
yeah,
it is good to see. Well, I saw you this past week at basketball, but it's good to see you. We took a week off.
Eastern Illinois, then Western Illinois, and here we are.
And I was the second coldest I've ever been in my life when I was in Jacksonville, Illinois, heading to Macomb on Saturday.
Good to be back home.
It is very good to be back home, and the snow is starting to soften up today.
Yeah, we hit 42 degrees today or something.
Yeah,
like
it is
that.
great. Weatherman Davis and Weatherman Chris, the meteorologist that you didn't know that you needed. Yep. Hey, going to be easy, though, to get to these games this week, Chris.
And there's a lot of them.
Yes, there are. So we'll go ahead and start this week in Skyhawk Athletics. First with women's basketball. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Yes, all three of those days have home games on them. The women's team playing Little Rock on Tuesday at home at 5:30. That one on ESPN Plus and the Skyhawk Sports Network. Thursday, they host Southern Indiana at 5 p.m. also on ESPN Plus and the Skyhawk Sports Network. And then Saturday, take on Morehead State at noon on ESPN Plus and Skyhawk Sports Network.
Yep.
You can hear Chris and I on the call in that one. And then men's basketball, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Same opponents, Little Rock Tuesday, Southern Indiana Thursday, Morehead State Saturday. 7:30 for that Little Rock game on Tuesday. That's a makeup of a couple weeks ago when that snow first came in. That one on ESPN Plus and the Skyhawk Sports Network. Southern Indiana at 7:30. That'll be on ESPN Plus and the Skyhawk Sports Network. And Saturday on national television on ESPNU and the Skyhawk Sports Network. UT Martin takes on Morehead State at 3 p.m. Make sure to come on out. It's going to be a great atmosphere for all three of these games. But then on Saturday, you're on national television. Big spot.
Yeah, no doubt. Rarely does UT Martin get the national television exposure. So when we do, we want the Elam Center to look good. Packed, so come on out.
And it's softball getting started. Their season opener this week in the 2026 Frank Griffin Classic. Play Indiana State on Friday at 8:30 a.m. And then we'll play Stetson, the host school, later on that day at 2. And then battle Seton Hall on Saturday at 11 a.m. And then play Stetson again at 4:30. And then on Sunday, just in one game there on Sunday, take on Seton Hall at 9 a.m. For Stunt, it is their season opener. The UT Martin Stunt team in action on Friday against Central Arkansas at 3 p.m. And then against Drury at 5 p.m. Again, both those on Saturday. And Rifle, the OVC championships are right here in Martin, Tennessee. Saturday, small bore at 9 a.m. and Sunday, air rifle at 9 a.m. Huge week here in Northwest Tennessee, Chris.
Yep, let's get the show kicked off with the coach or two.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get started with Coach McMillan, and we've got some good stories with Coach. We'll go ahead and take a break and send it right to that. Keep it right here, Skyhawk Sports Talk.
If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
Skyhawk Sports Talk Podcast is brought to you by Weekly Ford Nissan.
And we're back here, Skyhawk Sports Talk. Davis Gregg, Chris Brinkley. We just, we've got Coach McMillan with us.
Yep.
I think we just had one of the most interesting 15-minute stories I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, we're just glad he's here.
So over the past week, before we get into any basketball or anything like that, we learned after the Eastern Illinois game, Coach, you went on your pond and you've got birdhouses out there.
Yep.
And tell me what you had to do with that.
We had to take all the pine needles out and replace them with new ones so the birds will have a nest when they come in a couple of weeks, a month. And that was an experience because I had to have a weed eater to cut the stuff that had grown up so high to get to it, and then you had to let it down, and then you had to undo it, and it was cold. And
you were weed eating in this weather?
I was weed eating. And I didn't even talk about that part. The part of that story that's great is we had a weed eater. Nylon would not have, or the string would not have worked, so we had plastic. There's an attachment. Brad Brewer at Napa's got them. There's an attachment to your weed eater that's a plastic knife, so to speak, and it's 3 of them, and they spin really fast, and you're cutting down, oh my gosh, you can cut down minor trees with this thing. So I get out there with the plastic to cut because I've got about 20 feet to go, and the stuff is over your head, so you're having to cut it. Well, the first one that I hit, the plastic, it was frozen. So the first one I hit, it just shattered.
Oh.
So now I was cutting with about that much. So it took about 10 times longer than it was supposed to because I was cutting with just the nub of the plastic because the other was frozen.
Yeah.
So when it hit something solid, it just shattered because it was frozen. So
Are
that
you
was
dressed
part I didn't tell you.
properly when you do all this?
I was warm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was fine.
Yeah, so you walked across your pond.
Across my pond.
Yes.
Well, it's about from the island to the place where I would walk to the island. It's about 20 feet, and it's the lowest point of the lake. It's only about when the water's this low. It's about 8 to 12 inches deep across there. So I used to go across to work when I didn't want to take a boat. I waited till it got low enough, and I would walk across with boots on.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have to have waders. I mean, I had boots this high. I was fine. So when it froze, I thought, oh, this is great because I had my boots just in case. But I was like, this is fine because I can just walk straight across, and I don't have to go get wet. I don't have to get a boat. So I carried all my stuff over there, got it done, and yeah, that was the story. But the moral of the story is don't walk on ice.
Right.
Kids,
Ever.
do not do it.
No, do not do that.
Yeah, don't
not
do that.
It's not good. And then
It's
we
not
just
good.
had the story of fixing the log cabin, which was
that one tops it.
I think now we're gonna have to put it in. I don't know when Mac wants to put this in, but at some point in time, it's gonna have to get.
Well,
put
he
in,
might have to
probably.
shorten it. But it's the moral of the story is keep your phone with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And think through
Yes.
things that you're doing.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of easy to get yourself into something,
Yeah.
but can you get yourself out of something?
Yeah.
And that's the life lesson for today, folks.
Yes.
Is when you make decisions to get into something, make sure you can get out of it.
You know, I taught disc golf for a while. You've been on a disc golf course, haven't
It
you?
is so much fun.
Yeah. So one of the things that I would have the students do would be go to the basket or the end of the hole and look backwards. So look at the tee, and you see things that you wouldn't see otherwise.
Sure.
Like even in golf, you can go to the hole and look at the tee box, and it looks different. It's a different perspective, and you might have an idea about what the obstacles are. Can you do that in basketball? Can you reverse engineer things and look at the end and work your way back to the beginning? No? I guess it's impossible, isn't
Well,
it?
you can now. You have to do too much speculating.
That's true.
You have to guess what the other team's going to do,
Yeah.
how they're going to react. So you
You
can't.
plan your practices in reverse, though.
Sometimes.
Because you don't want them to be worn out at the end, but you
No,
also
but sometimes you do. Sometimes you want them to execute at the end of practice when they're tired.
Yeah.
You want them to execute at the beginning of practice when they're fresh.
Yeah.
You want them to shoot when they're tired. You want them to shoot when they're fresh. So you mix it all up so that they can handle anything.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, not trying to go into our world, but the players don't like that. Like they used to see that as a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would put shooting drills in strategic places to make it harder on you or to give you confidence. Just what did I think needs to happen?
Mm-hmm.
If I put it in a hard spot,
Yeah.
a lot of them, they don't even try because it's going to be hard. Okay, that's the point.
Yeah.
You have to be able to shoot when you're in a rough spot. We just did a hard drill. Now you got to be able to shoot. We just did an easy drill. You're at the beginning of practice. Well, now you got to shoot. You got to be able to do it at any point, at any time. I've got your focus on something else.
Mm-hmm.
You got to turn around and shoot. Oh, but I thought we were working on that. Yeah, now shoot. And I'll do that with everything. And the players that figure out our program learn to embrace that. They take it. They know what I'm doing. And so they'll start talking trash to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When I'll do a hard drill, then the shooting drill. And then Kenley will look at me and go, I am going to get this. And I'll be like, no, you're not. I said, you're going to, and I'll walk around the drill with her and be talking trash to her the whole time, trying to make her, and she knows what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's fine with it because it's like, if I can make shots after we've just did a hard drill and he's standing right in my ear telling me I can't do it, wearing me out about it, if I can make shots then, a game,
Yeah.
that's easy.
Yeah.
And that's what I wish people would do. And that's how we would script practices to make it figured out.
It is
type
weird
stuff.
that some and super athletes, the greatest, their brain is almost trained or designed to, under the most severe conditions, to excel. They step it up a notch. They hyper focus instead of back away from the moment.
We go back to what I said post game. I think I said it. I might not have. I might have said it in the locker room. How good are you when everything's against you?
Yeah.
That you want to know how good you are. How good of a player are you when everything is stacked against you and you got to do something anyway? You know, how good of a coach am I when my team can't figure out the offense? You know, I sit back and tell you, well, I'm not very good. I'm not. The flip of that is that doesn't stop me from working my butt off and trying to figure it out. Look, I may not be good enough, but it ain't going to be because I didn't try. It ain't going to be because I haven't exhausted every single thing that I can think of, do, change. And the kids that I'm seeing today don't go to that. It's like, I'm going to try A. If A doesn't work, I might try B. If that doesn't work, sorry, can't do it. What? No, come on. Yes, you can. Figure it out. You can do this. Well, but I may fail. Yeah, you might. Well, learn from it.
Yeah.
The only way you fail is when you say, okay, I can't do it. I'm not going to try. When you
fail,
quit trying.
when you don't try, or when you quit.
Yes.
That's right.
Michael Jordan's book, it's a little bitty book about that big. I cannot accept not trying.
Yeah.
I cannot accept not trying. And I 100% agree. So.
We talked to Jazz, I guess it was before Christmas, and she had mentioned a drill called Cutthroat.
Oh, yeah.
Is that your favorite drill to run?
Yes. And
explain what Cutthroat
it's
is.
It's just 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4. Most of the time it's 3-on-3. But you split the whole team. Like if you got 15 kids on your team, you're in 5 teams of 3-on-3. And you play, it's just continuous 3-on-3 for like 12 minutes. And it's evolved. So it's just continuous. So if somebody makes a shot, they kick it out and they get to stay on offense. It's like make it, take it. Well, the next defense comes on. If the defense gets a shot, they throw it to a coach, and then they pop out, and we throw it, and then the next group comes on and guards them. And it's just over and over and over and over and over.
Is this the one there's no out of bounds?
No out of bounds.
Yeah.
And the kicker rule is this. You play for 10 minutes or 12. This depends how good your team is. If the whole team, all 5 teams, doesn't score 100 points combined, everybody loses.
Oh.
So the whole team has to score 100 to win. Then there's a winner. So because what that does is it forces kids to have to play really, really fast.
Yeah.
Uncomfortably fast. Too fast. Exactly. I want you to play too fast so that when we go to the game slows down for you. Mm-hmm. And again, in the old kids, probably 5 years and older, loved it to the point that we had to stop doing it because they would kill each other.
Yeah, I remember watching those.
They would kill each other. And so we had to stop doing it because we don't call fouls. There are no fouls.
No out of bounds,
no
fouls.
out of bounds and no fouls.
Yeah.
And
no tie balls.
And no jump balls. You're going to sit there and wrestle until somebody comes up with it.
Yeah.
And we make you stand up. You can't just huddle it. You got to stand up, and then it'll give. But what's happening is that it's so fast, and it's so hard, and it's so competitive that the last few years, our kids they can't do it.
Yeah.
We can't score 100 points because they're like, well, but I can't get my feet set to shoot, so it's not. But it's okay. That's the point. Now figure it out. And they're like, this is hard. Yeah, it's hard. You know, today we were doing a drill, and I was talking to Destiny on the side, and I'm like, Destiny, they are so literal that when I teach them something, if it's not exactly like that presented in a game, they can't do it.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. I said, do you see me as a coach that gives you freedom or not freedom?
Interesting. What'd you say?
And she went, you give a lot of freedom. And I went, yeah, because you get it. When I set that ball screen up there for you, you've got a million things you can do with that ball screen. And I don't limit you on what you can do. You can pass and get it back and use it again. You can come off of it and get another one. You can take it to the rim. You can shoot it behind the screen. I don't care what you do. Whatever you want. With my players now, it's, okay, what do you want me to do with this ball screen? Well, come off of it, try to score. So they get trapped, and they keep trying to score. And I'm like, okay, there's 2 people guarding you. Throw it to somebody that's open. But you said I'm supposed to try to score. We had one today where I had her catch the ball, and she started to play with somebody that was on the corner, and they were wide open. And I said, just throw it to him and go set a screen. So 5 minutes later, she catches the ball, she turns, the girl's denied. She dribbles, the girl goes back door, and she throws it right where she was, out of bounds. And I said, what are you doing? You said throw it to her and go screen. I said, but she went back door.
Yeah.
You said throw it to her and go screen. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you there. If she goes back door, you can't throw it to her. but right now, I'm having to tell them those things. Mm-hmm. And until we get – that's why I really like – and I'm putting pressure on Shulman now. I really like watching the men because, okay, I am going to slam them. Even for the fact that they turn the ball over 68% of the time, the 32% of the time that they don't turn it over, they are adjusting, they are reading, they are making great decisions, and it's so much fun to watch because those guys, their turnover percentage is too high, and he's going to – but my guess is my hope is it's going to keep getting lower as we get towards the end of the season. I mean, look, I would tell him, look, we had 5 turnovers the other day. 5 in a game. Guys, don't play like us. Please. Don't. Coach is probably going, guys, why can't y'all be more like the girls only turn the ball over 5? And I'm there going, So, but part of it is maturity. Part of it's understanding the game. And unfortunately, and I'm going to sound a little sexist here, guys play the game and they play to win it and compete and whatever. And girls are way more literal and they don't get out and play pickup games, so they don't understand it as easily. So it takes longer for them to figure it out. But when they figure it out, it's wonderful to coach them because they don't have the guys, well, I know better than you. What the heck's the Shulman know?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
They think that they're smarter than you are. And I'm not trying to slam our guys at all. I was a guy. I thought I was smarter than the coach.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was an idiot. But when the girls figure it out, it's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
But we ain't figured it out yet. And I just got to keep – and today I walked in and said, okay, we're going back to my base 4-out offense. We're going to be pitiful at it, but it's the only way I know how to teach y'all how to play. So, guys, if this stinks, it stinks. But we're going to have to go back to that because when we fall back from a set that doesn't work, from when I script it for them and it works, we're fine. And they can do it. But when teams take away our script, which as you get further along in the season, they're going to, you have to understand either how to make plays on your own or how to play together. Well, we can't make plays on our own. So we've got to learn how to play together. This is the only way I know how to teach it, so that's what we're going to do.
Interesting.
So, there we go. Well, Coach, so you split on the road this past week. Going to come home where you're just one of 2 teams in the OVC with an undefeated home record in conference play.
Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah, I know. That's probably was maybe a jinx
that's
or
good.
something like that. But no, one thing that I've noticed, especially in that Western Illinois game and the Lindenwood game, the pet band is bringing a lot of energy. And
ours?
Yes.
Yeah, ours is doing great.
Great
I love
atmosphere.
them.
I mean, they really contribute to the game.
Yeah, I told ours last year that I thought they were a big after our last game. I was like, guys, y'all were really good all year. And they're good every game. I mean, they are good every game. And I appreciate them. They need to be louder and more obnoxious to the other teams because everybody puts their pep band right by the other team.
Yeah.
And we've got some loud and obnoxious ones. We can't top North Alabama's, but that one, they just need to keep it up.
North Alabama was bad.
North Alabama, they put the speakers right behind the bench.
Oh, wow.
The only speakers in the gym.
Yeah.
Are right behind the bench. So when you're coaching, literally the speaker's blaring right there.
TSU was loud too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
TSU, the acoustics in that place are either perfect or they're the absolute worst that there ever has been. I don't know which one it is because I guess I could argue for either team.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it is so loud. And they bring
Yeah, they bring
the tubas in for those games. It's amazing.
Well, Coach, you got 3 games this week.
3 games this week.
Little Rock, Southern Indiana, and Morehead State. All 3 pretty good opponents. Little Rock, I know they have that tradition of being really, really good. When you get into this week, what are you looking for your group coming out? And 3 games in 5 days is tough for any team.
Well, you want to win every game you play. We also want to get past this stretch and not be injured, still be healthy. We've got to figure out something that we can grab hold of as we head down this final stretch. And right now, the only thing that we have been able to grab hold of is our defense, and it was not there the other night. But as coaches, and Coach Shulman will tell you this, every game we go into, we're scared to death. We think the worst is going to happen on defense and the worst is going to happen on offense. And 90% of the time that doesn't happen. But that is one of the reasons people think we're negative, is because we get paid to know what all the negatives are and be scared to death and not let them happen.
Right.
Sometimes it happens. And in the Western Illinois game, our defense was terrible. It has not been like that all season long. Everything we were scared to death about on defense happened. It did. I bet you it doesn't happen again. Please, Lord, help me. But it can, and that's why. So we're going to try to not let that happen. But that's what we as coaches fear. We fear that worst. The team that we've had in our worst day of practice, we're afraid that team's going to show up for this game. And if that team shows up, we're going to get our tails kicked. And we don't want to see that happen. But it happened.
But sometimes your defense can cover up for your offense, or your offense can cover up for your defense.
Thank you, Chris. And in Western Illinois, neither covered up.
Neither did, but no,
neither.
Not even really real.
Our offense can't cover up for our defense.
Yeah,
it can't. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Like the men's can.
Yeah,
they can score 90. They can. They can hold you to 50. They can. We've got to play. Our offense does not help our defense. It actually puts more pressure on our defense, and we've got to figure that out before the season ends, or it's going to be every game's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hopefully we'll come out of these 3 in a pretty decent shape mentally, physically, and hopefully our kids can realize a month from now, after this week's over, a month from now, everybody will be done.
Yeah.
Season will be over after this week. So.
Yep. Well,
anyway.
Coach, thanks so much for your time.
Appreciate it.
As always, and we'll see you a bunch coming up here this week.
All right, thanks.
If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
Skyhawk Sports Talk podcast is brought to you by Weekly Ford Nissan.
And we're back here, Skyhawk Sports Talk. Davis Gregory with Chris Brinkley, now joining us, head coach of, yet again, the first place UT Martin Skyhawks. It is Jeremy Shulman joining us here live at Woodfire Pizza Kitchen in the Level Up Arcade Bar. Coach, thanks so much. I know it's a busy week. You got a lot of film to watch. Thanks so much, though, for taking time to join us here tonight. Good to see you again.
Absolutely excited to be here.
Yeah, getting into this week, sweeping on the road in Illinois, not just the road sweep, but a season sweep of Eastern Illinois and Western Illinois. Both wins were extremely good for your group, especially considering you hadn't played in 9 days. Yeah. That layoff and to come back and play as well as you did was very impressive.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to our guys. They just, they love the game. They love getting better. I thought we showed some rust, especially that first half at Eastern Illinois, but shook that off, and we're up 15 in the second half. I think we're up 12 with a couple minutes to go, and really played well. Then Fontrink gets banged up, and so he misses the next game, and obviously we're very concerned coming into that without a Fon, and our guys just stepped up to the plate and did a good job. So I'm happy with where we're at right now.
Yeah, getting 2 more wins on the road. You'll take road wins any day of the week.
Yes.
Any way that they come.
Especially that trip. That's a long trip.
Yeah.
A long trip. And 2 good ball clubs. Marty Simmons and Chad Bedreau are both very, very, very good coaches. And so, those are 2, good ball clubs.
Yeah. And what I kept saying to Davis watching the Eastern Illinois game, and I only saw it once. I know you've seen it multiple times. I didn't feel like we were playing great, but every time I looked at the scoreboard, we had a decent lead. And I'm like, wow, that's a good sign.
That's a very good sign. I thought we guarded second half, and that's what was the catalyst for us doing that well. Because first half, I think it was like 37 and a half or whatever it was. But we've got to do a better job defensively, for 40 minutes, which we did against Western Illinois, I think. But I mean, that was the catalyst. But to your point, like I didn't think we were just a juggernaut against Eastern Illinois, and we just kind of just possession by possession just kept chipping away, and just ended up. All of a sudden, I look up and I'm like, all right, wow, we're up 8 now, we're up 10, we're up 12, we're up 15. So like,
and I guess sometimes as a fan, I forget to admire defense, which is what wins basketball games. Yeah.
It does. I mean, we think it's actually a Pat Summitt quote, but she said defense does not win championships. Defense and rebounding win championships. And so that's my favorite Pat Head Summitt, quote. And so that's been a big mantra of our program ever since really 2012 when we first started diving all the way into the rebounding aspect.
Did you ever, being from Middle Tennessee, did you get to see Pat or meet her?
I never met her. Obviously, being my dad went to Tennessee. I grew up a Tennessee fan. Watched countless. I'm not even a big women's basketball fan. I will be once Mila gets old enough to be a women's super. But obviously, just having so much respect for her and watch some of her games and just what a great coach and everything else. So, but never got to meet her in person.
Yeah. Getting into Western Illinois, the largest win in program history in OVC play. You win that one by 40, 84-44 at WIU. You had 4 in double figures, and FP Philip Petkovsky leads the way with a career-high 17 points, where, Chris had said, didn't feel like dominating there at Eastern Illinois. That one was wire to wire, a full 40-minute performance that I know you as a coach love to see that from your guys.
Yeah, I really do. I mean, we joked after the game. It'd be nice if we could win every game like that. There'd be a lot less stress. I probably wouldn't be as stressed right now as I am for tomorrow's game already. But, what a complete performance by our guys. And Western Illinois was tired. They were a little fatigued. They took SEMO to the wire 2 nights before, and I think they emotionally having a chance to win that one and just falling short. We had a thought that if we could really jump on them early, if we let them, we said, I mean, if you look at how they've played, you let them stick around the first 5-10 minutes, I mean, it's going to be a dogfight, just like it was at our place. They actually got up on us at our place. And so we wanted to try to put them away early and really execute early and all that. And, our guys did a really, really great job.
And we talked, a great atmosphere, one of the biggest crowds I've ever seen there. You took the crowd out of the game.
I'll tell you what, I just love big atmospheres like that. I mean, what a great atmosphere. I know it was a road atmosphere, but it was fun. Like, we walk into, first of all, we drive up, and the parking lot is packed. I'm like, wait, what is going on here? So, it just wasn't expected, especially after we played them last year, and there was not much of a crowd. We go in the gym, and it's an electric atmosphere. I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. So, like, I got our guys pretty fired up from that, too. And we talked about it, say, hey, everyone talks about the home crowd, blah, blah, blah. Like, we're going to use this crowd and get, like, really fired up. So, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I want to go to one play, going back and cutting the highlights for social media. And the play that caught my eye was Pedro Santos. I made a post about it on social media. I want to ask you about it. You're up, I believe it was 32 at that point in time. 9 minutes to go, second half. And a 3-pointer by AJ from the left wing. It goes in and out. Pedro is in the left corner. This rebound goes off to the right side. And he crashes the glass so hard and gets this rebound. Throws it out to FP on the right wing. When he comes out to, he's almost about to fall out of bounds in the corner. Gets it to FP, who hits the 3. And as I sit there and watch that play, and some people may say, why are you hustling now? Because that's a championship mentality. That's a player right there who said, okay, I have to go make this play. The score didn't matter to Pedro in that moment. Yeah. It did not. That play right there, I mean, that made me a Pedro Santos fan for life because of what he did. When you see that from your players, and that is very, very special.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm just, Pedro is a talented player. He's just a freshman. He's had some ups and downs, this year and just trying to learn how we do things. And so to see him, have that play, but also had another great dive that got us a layup, earlier in the game. I mean, just seeing the light start to come on and seeing everything click and seeing his effort. I mean, he made so many great plays during the game. But as you said, for us to be up 30 or 32, I mean, what an amazing winning play. I mean, that's just outstanding.
And again, he didn't start, and he's been in the starting lineup some. I don't think on your team, I don't think it makes a difference whether you start or not.
I agree. I don't think it makes a difference, but for him, it could have upset him. I mean, I thought we needed an adjustment. There's no offense against him, but I thought we needed someone just different to pair with our starters in Damian King. And I'm glad we did that. It worked out. Damian's played pretty well. I think he was the freshman of the week this week, obviously. So, I talked to Pedro about it. I talked to him, and, in my mind, I'm kind of going through, like, So how did Ted Lasso talk to those guys? I'm like really like playing in my mind, how it would have gone, and like it didn't go like that. And Peter was such a good kid; didn't have to go anything like that. But I mean, he could have pouted, he could have been upset, but no. All he does is he got better, locked in at film, all week. He was so prepared for East Illinois, and he hit 2 threes in that game. Something we want him. He's a great shooter. Want him to take more. And then coming into that Western game, it was a dream to coach him that game.
Have you ever, as long as you've coached, have you ever had a player who was better coming off the bench, who could have started, but their role was better to come in and be that spark?
I have. I've probably had a lot. I can't really just specifically name a few of them, but I definitely have. And honestly, even Afon Trink, I think, has been like that for us this year. And Afon's a fantastic player. But, even dating back to last year, I think, just having him come off the bench and just be kind of a jack of all trades, really good guard rather than just having to be a starting guard, I think is really – I think it helps him out.
I think it's demoralizing to the opponent too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows our depth. I mean, to me, we've got like 7 starters, maybe 8 starters.
Yeah.
And so when you have some of those guys come off the bench, as I say, it could be demoralizing. If nothing else, it just gives us a lot of waves of talent to bring in and waves of depth, and hopefully wear teams down.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 games coming up this week, all at home. I mean, before this, you were only going to play 2 home games. It's going to be 2, and 2. But now you get 3 straight home games, and they're big ones with Little Rock tomorrow night, and then Southern Indiana Thursday, Morehead State Saturday. For you and your staff, I mean, how do you deal with kind of this short time gap in getting prepared? I mean, Tuesday for a Little Rock team who is very good, and they were voted very highly in the preseason polls. But then also, I mean, you got Southern Indiana, Morehead State. How are you all getting prepared in this short amount of time?
Well, the main thing is, like, I don't even know who we play after Little Rock, I mean, that's the biggest thing right now. Like, there's only one thing on our minds. It's just getting ready for Tuesday night. Hopefully our guys got enough rest yesterday. We had a good prep day today, tried to really take care of our guys today. So hopefully we'll have everything ready for tomorrow. And then, after that, then we'll figure out who we play next and try to find a good process on that. But right now it's, we've tried to tell our guys our most important game is the game that's right in front of you. And that's the only game that actually matters. And honestly, we've tried to preach that all year, but it's very interesting. Philip Petkovsky during one of our film sessions recently, I think it was even before Eastern Illinois, we're trying to figure a few things out and, really get back on, not just get back on track, but really can we keep growing? Can we keep improving? And he mentioned that. He was like, Coach, I really think if we could just treat every game like it's the most important. I'm like, well, we kind of have, but maybe we got away from it a little bit. Maybe we started talking about, the big picture stuff too much. And so it was nice hearing that from him.
It's interesting for a player to step up and say that.
It really was.
A freshman.
Yeah.
And a freshman. Yeah. I mean, he's I thought that was big. And then, so we tried to kind of take that mentality even more, with the last 2 games. I thought it's helped.
Yeah, well, Coach, 3 big home games this week. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Going to be fun tomorrow. We're going to see you a bunch this week.
Yes, so excited.
We're so excited and hope everyone can come out.
Let's pack Elam all week. I mean, again, I don't know what the next 2 games are, but I know tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we got Little Rock.
Tomorrow night.
Yes, that's the only one that matters right now.
Get in the building. Well, Coach, thanks so much for your time as always. We'll let you go watch the film, get caught up, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
I appreciate it, guys.
We'll go and take a break. Keep it right here at Skyhawk Sports Talk.
If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
Skyhawk Sports Talk podcast is brought to you by Weekly Ford Nissan.
We're back here at Skyhawk Sports Talk. Davis Gregory with Chris Brinkley here at the Level Up Arcade Bar at Woodfire Pizza Kitchen. Now joining us, head coach of the UT Martin softball team and UT Martin Hall of Famer, Chelsea Farmer, joins us. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for asking me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, season opener coming up this week. How excited are you? Ready to go?
Very excited. Yep. It's record lows for Florida, which is where we're going, but we're still excited because it should be warmer than here.
Yeah, I looked at the 10-day.
Yeah,
it is
right.
About 75, might get up to 80.
If the sun will come out, we'll be okay. But if the sun stays away, it could be just 20 degrees above here, but that's all right.
No, it's right to the point where this summer oranges are going to cost a lot because of it's messing up their orange crop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Farmer Chris.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
I didn't even know. You pulled that out.
I pay attention to Florida agricultural news. So anyway,
Chris is getting the farmer's manual.
I need to tell my parents live in Florida now, and I bet they don't know that. I need to tell them.
Well,
I don't know that they.
I hope I'm right.
Yeah. They honestly probably won't know. know. They'll probably take your word for it.
Okay.
But take Farmer Chris's word for it. He's got the
Yes.
Farmer's Almanac.
But they haven't always lived in Florida.
No, they have not
Are
always.
you
They
taking
moved.
advantage of that?
We do, yeah. It's a
Okay.
nice spot. Now we're gonna outgrow it quickly. They have their condo is awesome, but it's very small because it's just the two of them.
Yeah.
And the four of us are outgrowing
yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's wonderful. They're actually gonna drive up to the game, so that'll be probably some of the only games they see, live at least this season. So we're excited about it.
Nice.
That would
Yeah.
be so much fun.
Yeah,
That
and we're
would be
gonna
great.
practice on the dirt on Thursday, and we haven't been on the dirt in over a week, so we're
Yeah,
excited.
what have you done with this weather? Because I know you and baseball both trying to get ready for practice, and you open up the season in
Yeah.
February.
Honestly, I mean, thankfully, just our culture and the school in general, everybody shares, and baseball, us, stunt, track and field, basketball. I mean, the other coaches are wonderful. So it's been really great. We have not really missed a beat other than taking defense on dirt. So we've been able to hit, we've been able to pitch, we've taken a little bit of defense, we've thrown, we've done the necessary things. We probably haven't done a lot of extra other than cardio, which is hit or miss with the girls, but we have done a lot of extra cardio because we can and we've had the time, but we haven't missed a beat as far as that goes. It's just maybe looked a little bit different than it probably would have had we been on the dirt. But we scheduled a practice day down there because we kind of predicted something like, not necessarily the snow, but we just knew it'd be cold. It's February. And so we fly out Wednesday morning and we're going to practice Thursday. And then we'll play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we'll get to have the dirt, which is
If
great.
anything, this is going to make you grateful to get to be outside.
100%. Yeah. The girls everybody's excited. It's kind of a good, I don't know. It's kind of cool because we've all been snowed in. We're excited to play, but I think we're even more excited because we're like, all right, warmth, first weekend out. Like, it kind of just adds to it,
We're going to be in Florida
Yeah.
in February, and it's going to be nice weather. We've been snowed. Like,
Yes,
just what
yeah.
you said. We're going to be out. We're going to
Yes.
be ready to go. This team, you return a large portion
Yeah.
of your roster
Yes.
from last year. I mean, how has that experience helped in preparing for this upcoming year?
Honestly, really well. I'm very excited about the returners that we've had, but I will be honest with you, everything we've done since coming back in the fall has been completely different. So, we're all on the same page now. So freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, transfer people, we're all on the same page, but it's completely different than what it was last year. So
By design?
yes, by
Okay.
design. The three coaches worked very hard after last season over the summer trying to figure out what do we do, how do we make this better, and I mean, obviously it's easy to say right now because we haven't played yet, but we are all feeling very confident in it. We're feeling just very excited to see where we're at, and I think even as a team, our girls talked about the other day, like, we're just ready to get on the dirt and see where we're at so that we can make adjustments. At this point, we don't really know all of the adjustments we need to make until we face somebody else other than ourselves.
Right, it's the progress report, the barometer test.
Yes.
It's just we got to go out there. We got to see.
Yep.
You got to see how it goes, and
Yes.
if it goes great, there we go.
Yep.
But if not, you can make adjustments
Yep.
and.
I always
tune
think
things
the
up and
start of a
things like
season is like Christmas when you're a kid. It's like you're getting to open the presents and
Yeah.
see what's there.
Yeah, I can't wait. And with softball, baseball, we play so many games,
Yeah.
and so that's one thing. You got to sit down and look at February to May. It's a lot of games, and so February, I don't stress out about as much, other than like, are we doing the necessary things to see what we need to see? Because it is important to see certain things, but you kind of have to manipulate your lineup a little bit in the right ways to be able to see those things. So I think all of us are just really just anxious to get on that field and play.
The one thing that throws me, and it's in all of our sports, especially at the mid-major level, is the non-conference schedules all over the place. Like, you play teams that are up here, and maybe teams that
So
are
true.
equal, and teams that are at a different level.
Yes.
So how do you prepare for that from a schedule-making standpoint, and then what do you try to learn from it all?
Honestly, if you're asking me, which is just one opinion,
And you did this as a player, too.
Yes. We're always going to try to play tougher. I mean, the team benefits greatly from going to play SEC teams. We benefit greatly from playing people who are better than us, and that's always the goal. Obviously, each year with the fluctuation of the team, you get, okay, maybe we need to play some people who we know we can beat and kind of build some confidence. But this year, we went all out. I knew we had a bunch of returners. I had high hopes that we would be a lot different just culturally, and we are ready for that tough competition. I'm not going to say we're going to
Awesome.
beat them all, but we have the right mindset now to take on anybody. And I think one thing that we've really tried to preach this fall and moving into games is one day at a time, one pitch at a time. Any opponent, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're playing Mississippi State or Morehead State or whoever. it's all the same. And if we can just go with our strengths and look at each team as we're playing our game no matter who's out there, then that gives us our best shot. And so I'm just excited to see how it turns out.
Yeah, I think the chemistry thing is so big. You talk about how many games you play, softball and baseball. You're playing almost 60 games in a season that is scheduled, and then you might have to make stuff up. But that creates football spends so much time together, basketball as well with off-season practices and everything. But you're not really in the fire as much as you are with each other, more than baseball and softball.
Yeah.
I mean, how big is that too, to know you had those players who were in the fire together, and now they've been tested in that, and now here they go with this challenging schedule, and they're ready to go. They know they can win on any given day.
Yeah, it's good, and it's always hard with girls. You get any group of 20-something girls together, there's always going to be, you don't have to be best friends, and that's what I tell them. I don't need you all to be best friends, but you have one common goal, and that's what we're here to do every time we show up. And I do truly believe that our team believes that. I think that they know no matter who's, and I think a lot of them are friends. We have a very good culture this year, but any of that aside, drama aside, they are coming together to win, and that is what they want to do.
I might be wrong about this. You played at this level. In other sports, I don't know if players bond during the actual game like they do in softball and baseball, because you're in a dugout that's a little enclosed area where it's just you and your fellow teammates. There's a lot of downtime.
Yes.
So am I right? I mean, does a lot of the bonding actually happen during the game when you're in the dugout, whether
100%.
you're playing or not? Yeah.
100%. It always shocks me, actually, and I can kind of think about it when I played, but even just coaching and seeing them, like certain friendships form in the fall, but then the spring, it always totally different. And it always shocks me because I'm like, wait a second. I didn't know y'all were as close as I thought you are now, but the dugout time, the downtime, the between game time, and, when you have some people whose families come every week and then some who don't, those start to form, there's just so many different ways, but you're right. The dugout, you are blocked off. The fans can't really see you, so they're just in there, snacking and focusing on the game and keeping charts and trying to learn. We have a lot of charts that they keep, but we have usually maybe 2 or 3 kind of working on it together because they're talking things
your
out.
teams always seem to be energetic and focused in the dugout.
Yeah. I hope so. They need to be. They should be. I'm glad you said that, but they better be. So that is the goal.
Is that year 3 for you here at UT Martin? So what have you learned the last 2 years that you're going to bring here into this season?
A lot. I think, the first season, just taking over and how all that went over and really just learning a lot of maybe the more hard skills that year, especially team culture wise. And then trying out some of the things that I thought would work last year, lineup wise, on the field, off the field, all those things. And then seeing it play out how it did. I feel like this year now we've made assessments from the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I feel it's only up from here, because even if something doesn't go as planned, it's like we already have our plan B and C where, okay, if this doesn't work out, then here's where we messed up and here's what we need to do. So and that's just, I don't know if that's the coach brain or my like crazy brain. I'm not sure, but I'm always thinking of like, and sometimes my other coaches get annoyed because I'm like, well, you got to think of this negative situation, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I've seen some tough stuff, just all through the years, and I want to be prepared. If we make choice A, what are the consequences, and then what's going to be plan B and C after that. So
what was your major?
I was originally an English teacher, so I was secondary education, specializing in English.
Okay.
I
I
like to write papers.
My
that was
brain
my thing.
works like yours a little bit, because I think, if I drive on this ice, there's a 10% chance I might not make it because I could get stuck. So no, but I'm going with the probabilities of all the different scenarios, and then I logically try to figure out, instead of emotionally, what the best chances are for whatever event is to be a success.
Yeah.
Which is how you have to think as a coach constantly.
It is. And I think it's difficult, especially probably as a girl or just me, but I think about those things a lot of times in advance so that I don't make an emotional decision.
Yeah.
If I've already thought it through, then I know what to do, and I'm like, I will know if I'm making an emotional decision because I'll have pre-thought it. And
but
so that
still,
helps
as a
me.
coach, occasionally you have to trust your gut.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I always remember the quote. It's at my desk. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Yes.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah. Okay.
You got
very good.
And confidence comes from preparation.
That's right.
That's the bit, and you're prepared.
That's right.
You're playing A, B, C, D. I bet
right.
you plan the best family vacations because you have all the plans.
Well, the
you're
only
ready.
thing is I have a husband who's not. He doesn't like plans.
He's not a planner?
Now his work life and
Okay.
he likes to plan out. Like he's the practice planner. Like he plans all the practices. They're scheduled.
Okay.
But as far as a vacation, he wants to relax, and he's like, we ain't planning anything.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would love to make an itinerary for our vacation, but that is not happening. It's supposed to be free flowing, and you go with the flow. So you got to compromise somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe maybe you could be like a travel agent too.
Yeah.
You could
yeah.
be the first
Side
coach and
hustle.
travel agent.
Yep. That
ever.
could be a good side hustle. Give me like I don't know, 6 or 7 years until we got 2 in school and there's like some more brain activity going up there. And then maybe.
But what you're
And then
learning
that.
with children, you can plan all you want to, but things are going to go differently. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
And that may be the good reason to just have the vacation be free flowing.
Probably so.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Getting into some of your players here. So the pitching staff first. You get Ashton Greenback, who led the team in ERA,
Yep.
and then Natalie Kruziger from Huntington, who led
Yep.
the team in strikeouts. How have they improved in the offseason and getting ready to step inside the circle?
So I will say Natalie did have a lot of physical changes to make, and so we worked really hard this summer and this fall to bring her more in the zone. Last year, I mean, she's when she's good, she's good. But when she's off, she's off. And last year we faced USI, and probably their 7, 8, 9 hitter couldn't touch her, but she couldn't throw a strike. And I was out there calling, throw it down the middle, and I don't do that. And I just pulled her aside after that inning. And I said, look, when you have somebody, you have to be able to attack them. And so that's something we've really worked on moving up into this season is when you can do that, you have to take advantage, and you can't let people slip through your fingers. So we did work on being more in the zone, and she's done a good job at that, and she did well with that in the fall. So I am excited to see how that goes for her. Pitch-wise, Natalie throws a good adjustment of pitches. We've been working a lot on her changeup as well, so hopefully she'll be able to utilize that a little bit more efficiently this season. Ashton probably had less physical adjustments to make. This is her senior year. Obviously, some minor things. We added a new changeup into her repertoire, so I'm excited about that. But mentally, I think she really had a long way to come, and she really grew from last season to now. And I still think she'll grow a little bit more as we go through this season, just with a lot to learn. I think when she was in high school, she was good. Like, they won basketball state championship. They won a lot in softball in high school. Then she got here and didn't play for a few years. Last year, she had some success, but we didn't have team success, And so now it's like kind of trying to coach them through. We're looking for that team success. So mentally, I think she's got a whole other attitude now when she steps on that mound. So I'm really excited to see how that plays out for our team this season.
Yeah. Hey, getting into the OVC players to watch, Avery Makarevich
Yeah.
and then Dylan Scott. Hey, Makarevich hit a team best 8 home runs, and then Dylan Scott had the longest hitting streak of the season for you all in 2025. Having those 2 bats back in the lineup, that's got to be huge for you when you fill out that lineup card that you can count on those 2.
It's huge. Those 2 players, I'm so excited just to see. I mean, for better or for worse, whatever happens, those 2 work so hard, and they've both made so many improvements. Avery plays on the Northwood Summer League, and so she caught they played like 44 games this past summer. I'm sure she didn't catch all 44, but she caught a lot, and she hit a lot of home runs this summer. And every time she hit one, I was like, all right, Avery, like, come on back. We're ready for you. We're ready. But we've talked, and like her goal when she goes up there is not to hit home runs. Her goal is to hit the gap shot or score somebody. Her goal is to do whatever the team needs her to do. And I think mentally she is a lot more confident this year. She came from EIU and she had her experience there, and then she came here and caught almost every game for us last year. But I still don't think she was really where she wanted to be, especially hitting. And so she really focused on that this summer and this fall. And she's just like a new person, to be honest with you. I mean, she was great last year. I loved her, but she is like times 10 this year. And she's just, I'm so confident with her leading this team. And Dylan is right there with her. 2 totally different people we're talking about here, but you won't find a harder worker than Dylan, and she's very coachable. She, last year she was in the outfield, but the year before that she was in the infield, and I think she's going to be in the infield again this year. So, she's just willing to do whatever it takes to be a contributor and to help the team win. And so I'm just really excited to see what happens with those 2 this year. It's always a roller coaster when you play so many games. It's sometimes hard to coach them through those failures, because sitting here I'm like, I know they're going to fail at some point, and it's like, I hate that I know that they're going to fail, but that's our game, right? That's softball, baseball. But just with the attitude that they have, I'm just very confident that if they can lead everybody else to be that way, we're going to have some success this year.
Yeah, and Avery, I think it's so impressive with how she's been able to also catch And then, I mean, you know it from the pitcher's perspective. Your catcher has to do a lot of work.
She does.
And catches a lot of innings. How impressive is that to not only have success behind the plate when she's catching, but then be able to step into the batter's box and do the things that she can do?
It's great. And I think being a pitcher, and my best friend in college, she was my catcher. And so I'm very aware of catching, and I try not to overuse them. We have people who help out with bullpens and things, so she's not catching every single bullpen. But, I mean, she pretty much will tell you, like, she wants to catch every single game. She did last year, and she wants to do it again this year. Like, physically, she understands what that means, and she didn't get a lot of playing time her first 2 years of college, and she's ready. She is ready to catch all the games, So if her name is in the lineup, she's going to go out there.
Dylan, you talked about in the article that she's really stepped up as a leader, a vocal leader. Talk to us about that and how she's grown into that role.
She has gone from somebody because she's always been a hard worker her entire life. And, this fall when they came in, we really challenged everybody to kind of rethink what hard work is. Is it beating the person next to you? Is it being better than you were yesterday? What is hard work? And what you think has been hard work, you haven't really been working hard. And then we showed them that this fall, compared to, especially compared to every year Dylan's been here. And I think now she has really realized, like, oh, this is what you're talking about. And she has written, we're reading a book called Mind Gym. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
We're reading as a team, and we have been since the summer, and we're almost done with it. But in a lot of her responses, she has mentioned how much growth she has taken mentally, just understanding that she needs to add mental work to her everyday practice. Because 2 years ago, she would take 800 reps off the tee, 800 reps off the hack. But I don't think she was thinking. I don't think there was any intentionality. And that intentionality has grown. And then now it is everything Dylan does, and I won't say everything, nobody's perfect, but 95% of the things that she's doing on a daily basis are done with intention to get better in the areas that she needs to get better in, so she's not just taking useless reps. So
what percentage of the game is mental?
Oh, gosh. I guess that depends on who you ask, but I would say it's a solid 70-30, 80-20
Wow.
mental to physical at this level, like at this level. And maybe it's different for pitching. I do feel you have to have a solid pitcher, and obviously you have to be able to hit and score runs. But last year, we had the best defense in the conference. Didn't get us where we wanted to be. We had the most stolen bases in the conference, which we're going to try to outdo ourselves and do that again this year. But again, those weren't the things winning the ball games, and we have to hit better this year. We have to pitch better. We have to hit better. But a lot of that last year, because like you said, it's mostly the same people. A lot of that is mental. Because, when you're 22, 21 years old, you can gain some stuff physically. But at the same time, a lot of the habits you have are going to be the habits you keep. But those mental adjustments are huge.
Yeah, mindset's everything.
Yeah, it is. It is.
All right, last serious question. I do have a fun question for you.
Yay.
We normally end these interviews with sometimes fun questions.
Wonderful.
So, okay, this is my last serious one. What can fans expect to see here from this group, for the Skyhawk group in 2026?
Wonderful. I think fans can expect to see a lot of energy, a lot of running. We were fast last year. We're faster this year. So a lot of fun on the bases. I'm really excited to see that. And I think a lot of balls getting hit into play. We have a lot of people who we don't have just like a ton of home run hitters, but we have people who are going to put the ball in play and make things happen this year. And that's something that we didn't have a lot of last year. So I'm very excited to see that. And I think a lot of strength in the circle, and something that's different this year that I'm excited about for this 2026 season is our pitching staff. There's 7 of us, and I think fans can expect to see at least 5 out of 7 of them pitching very regularly. And I plan to see 7 out of 7 getting innings and helping us. I think all 7 of our pitchers are capable of helping us. They'll do it in different innings, but I do expect for fans to see a lot of different people coming into that circle this year.
Yeah, all right, fun question for you now. So, look good, feel good, play good, and then they pay good. I think that was Deion Sanders.
Okay.
I think so. For you, what is your favorite uniform combo, either that you all have right now or that you had in your playing career?
Ooh, okay. Honestly, I have to go with the Navy.
I love the Navy.
The white on white is close, but they don't like the white on white because it's
really?
Hard to wash, and it's girls, and they don't want to they don't like the white on white. But the Navy, I like the white on white, but Navy on Navy, like all Navy it's good.
The full blueberry look, the full Navy.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my gosh, I love the navy and then white
Yeah.
That one's good too. But I always felt like whenever I wore white baseball clothes, whenever I played and I got dirty, like that was a badge of honor.
It is, but our managers don't think that.
Oh,
Well, they have
that's
to
actually
fix it.
very
Yeah.
true. That's actually very
They'll be
true.
like, "Oh man, y'all are wearing that." And
Dylan, why did we slide into second?
now we play on 3 turf fields this year, so you'll probably see the white on white more because it's a little bit better to use on turf just because it gets less dirty. So we may see that a little bit more. But Navy's good.
Navy on Navy is the best. When you were playing, how many uniform combos did y'all have when you were playing?
I think we still had 3.
So the orange, white, and navy.
Yes, now they didn't look quite as good as the ones that we have now, but I will still say Navy on Navy. That's up my all-time
Did it
favorite.
matter when you were playing? Were you superstitious? Or
No, not with the uniforms, but I did my senior year. I did my hair the same way for every single game with the same bow, but that was it.
Yeah.
I changed socks. All that other stuff. Nothing else was superstitious, but I did do my hair the
Same
same
bow.
way and the same bow. Yeah.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing all different uniform combinations, and we look forward to seeing this team and you all compete here in this season.
Awesome. Thanks.
Well, thanks
for
so
having
much
me.
for joining us, Coach. We'll go ahead and take a break. Keep it right here, Skyhawk Sports Talk.
If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
Skyhawk Sports Talk podcast is brought to you by Weekly Ford Nissan.
And we're back here, Skyhawk Sports Talk, here at the Level Up Arcade Bar and Woodfire Pizza Kitchen. Davis Gregory here with Chris Brinkley. Now joining us from the UT Martin Stunt Team student athlete, Emily Wilcher, captain of the Skyhawk Stunt Team. Emily, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You are the season opener this week.
Yes.
Exciting times. How fired up are you to get the year started?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this team does this year and just everything we accomplished this year.
Yeah, and getting back into, let's start at last season and competing for you all. I mean, what led into that success? Looking at the 5-2 last season in conference play, and then 4-0 at home at the Skyhawk Fieldhouse, and then you made it to the national championship tournament as well. What played a big part in that year?
Just the hard work and dedication we have on the team. Every one of us set goals at the beginning of the year, and we pushed so hard to achieve them. And I think just having all that hard work with us made us really set forward, and we knew what we had to do when we went out there, and we just kept pushing until we did it.
Yeah,
And you put in a lot of time. You practice,
yes.
practice.
All the time to get where we need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, for you, what is your definition of hard work?
I think just no matter what we're pushing through, we just keep pushing. And it can be hard and it can be challenging, but we just keep pushing through it. And we know on the other side, it's going to get easy eventually. And that's what we hope for. And that's what we work for.
Yeah, if you speed things up, I mean, we were talking to Coach McMillan at the beginning of the podcast. If you speed things up, eventually the game, the sport, it's going to slow down for you. For you with stunt, I know this, again, still a relatively new sport, but for you, when did the game, I guess, start to settle down for you and kind of slow down?
I would have to say just kind of middle season is usually when it slows down for us every year. I feel like the beginning, it's just go, 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 go. And then once we know exactly what we're doing, it kind of slows down towards the middle. And we're like, okay, we got this.
Well, you're learning so much in the beginning, right?
Yes, it's a lot. So there's 8 levels. So there's 8 routines. And we have to learn 8 routines of stunts and then jumps and tumbling and pyramids. So it's a lot of routines that we have to learn. And they change every year too. So
I know how you learn those actually during practice, but what do you do outside of practice to help yourself learn those?
So we get videos with what routines we have to learn, and we get a count book, and we just learn them off of that, watching it outside, and then coming in and trying and seeing what works and what don't, and changing everything around. So it really depends. With the levels we keep, we kind of know what to do, but the new ones, we're trying to watch a video of them doing it and reading the book. So it's like, it's just a lot of work of just watching it outside and figuring out, oh, this is what we need to do to fix it.
Yeah. See, I feel like I would learn better, like, on the job, like, going and doing it. Are you the same way?
Yes, I watch the video sometimes. I'm like, I just need to do it. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I can see it, but I don't exactly know what to do till I just try it a few times and learn it.
You have to be in your spot and see yourself doing it, and then have someone say, well, you got to, oh, okay. See, like that, I feel like that's the same way that I am, is you got to be able to, put yourself in the situation and be like, oh, okay, that's all right. Because if I see someone else do it, I'm like, I I don't know what you did. Because I'll come up with a million different questions in my brain of, well, what did you do here? What did you do there? Is it the same way?
Yes,
for you?
I'm the same way. I'm like, well, how'd you do that? And I'm like, so I just have to do it.
Yeah, you just gotta lock it in and just be like, okay, I gotta do it.
What is
I
the
gotta
role
jump
that
in.
music plays in your sport?
It's a big role. So each level has a different song.
Yeah.
And Stunt comes out with the songs. So we don't hear them until we get all the routines. And we have to learn how to count them. And it just plays a big role because we know, okay, this level has this song. And in a tournament, if they play the wrong song, we have to stop and start over.
Oh.
Like, it has to be the correct song that they play.
Yeah. But I think music helps you memorize things, right?
We learn, like, at first, we just count it, and by the end of it, we know, like, the words in the song goes with this stunt or goes with this skill. So we kind of learn it by the end.
Have you ever gotten tired of a song?
Yes.
No hesitation.
Hey, which one is it?
It's kind of, some of them repeat, but, like, some of the lower levels, like level 1 and 2, they're just not my favorite.
Is it a specific song or is it like a mix?
They
or something
mix
like that?
songs together.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Is there country music in there somewhere sometimes?
I feel like parts of it has been in there.
Maybe. Yeah.
maybe like some Shania Twain
Yeah.
or something like that, just thrown in there.
Yeah.
Nah, something like that. You
Yeah.
can go with it.
I wonder who makes the music decision. I mean, they're kind of making a decision for a lot to people.
Yeah. We wonder that sometimes. We're like, who picks some of these songs?
Yeah.
They need to be, they need to be tested.
Yeah.
Like, what went into your thought process in this?
Or maybe the schools should have some input.
Ooh.
That would
Maybe
be
you
really
all should come up with a playlist.
So if you had input, what's one song you would say, please add this next season?
Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have to see like the routine and then pick it.
Oh, that's very smart. I was thinking so shallow. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I was
you would,
I was
because-
thinking like,
yeah.
like Luke goes, we're gonna play
No,
this song.
because she's right. You go routine then song instead of song then routine,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I have to see what skills are in it to pick a song.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I was thinking we
It's a
were gonna
good
get
answer.
like Lil Jon or something like that, and that's what we were going with.
Yeah.
But okay, that's fair. So you're from McMillanville,
Yeah.
Tennessee. Went to Warren County High School. What led you to coming here to UT Martin?
So I think just the vet science program here, the pre-vet program here is amazing. And I looked at so many other schools, and this one, I came up here and toured, and McMillanville's a small town, and everyone knows everyone. And coming here just felt the same, and I love that it's a small town. And then I found the cheer program and came to clinics, and it kind of just settled me here, and I love it here. It's the best decision I've ever made.
Why vet sciences?
So, I actually have chose this career since I was little. Like,
Yeah.
the papers in kindergarten where they, like, what do you want to be when you get older? I always said animal doctor.
Yeah.
So, it kind of just fell, and I, like, interning and everything growing up, I knew this is what was for me, and I live on a farm back home, so growing up around it, it just made me love it.
So I guess what all do you have? Horses, cows?
I had horses. We have a cattle farm with, like, 80 head of cattle.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. Sheep, goats?
no, we didn't do those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you be on the equestrian team or the rodeo team? You think?
I used to do that stuff, but then
Really?
I did when I was younger, and then I started cheer when I was in 3rd grade, and then I just fell in love with it and just stuck with it.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Have you ever raised a baby calf?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have one right now that we're raising at home.
Really? That's a lot. That's a commitment there.
It is.
It's really.
so what goes into that?
Are you
So
feeding and?
We bottle feed the ones
Yeah.
that the moms don't take we get up early morning and night and feed it every day. And just checking on them. It's a lot.
It is a lot. Yeah.
my goodness.
So you feed them twice.
Mhm.
You warm up the bottles.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh my god.
I've actually been a part of that too. Yeah.
So you've ridden an elephant.
Yeah.
You've
Raised a calf.
You've raised a calf.
Yeah. Sheep.
What else
yeah.
have you done?
It's when you're this age, just
You're
everything.
the most interesting man in the world.
No,
Chris. They were
everything
bringing him back for those commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are him.
Yeah.
You
So
guys are
for
ready?
your vet standpoint, you large animal, obviously.
I
or-
want to do mix, so small and large.
Yeah.
I do like small animal,
Yeah.
but I do want to do large.
The part that confuses me in that part in your world is reptiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them. So.
You're like, let somebody else do
neither.
it.
Yeah.
You mean-
Like, I'll let them stick to
Like,
that.
how do you treat a turtle for a cold?
Yeah, I've always questioned that.
Yeah, I guess some antibiotics. I don't even
So
know.
I'm guessing no snakes. You're not a snake person.
I'm not
or
a
anything
snake
like that.
person.
Okay, dog or cat?
I would have to say dog.
Okay, all right, we're good.
Yeah,
We're good. Let me
who's
just-
smarter, a cow or a horse?
Cow.
Really?
You know who's the smartest? Now I am going to sound like pigs are extremely
They are.
intelligent.
Are they really?
Pigs have the IQ of a 5-year-old human.
No way. How?
They're just smart. You wouldn't know it, but they're really extremely intelligent. Yeah. And cows are too. I think cows are underrated. When I drive by a field and I see cows, first of all, if they're all facing in the same direction, the fish are biting. So that's something that you should always pay attention to. But they're extremely loyal and intelligent animals, and I
They
think
are.
most people discredit them until you've been around them.
Yeah.
What type of information are you giving out on this podcast?
Am I wrong?
No, you're not.
I mean, this is.
Okay.
I'm learning so much right now. This
I
is
don't
Chris's corner. We're just
Yeah,
learning so much
I
about.
didn't want to hijack.
No.
We're talking about stunt. Not
But then we talked about veterinary science.
But
and
I'm
so-
amazed that you're going into this profession, and I think people, intelligence and heart and just the ability to go to farms when people are having issues.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, I mean, and you could get a call late at night, and to
Yeah.
go and do that though. I mean, it takes hard work, like you talked about with your team and everything like that. And now we're gonna wrap back around to stunt.
Okay,
just
here we
like
go.
that.
Here we go.
Right.
Do you think, and I know this from the dairy business, do you think animals perform better with music?
I don't know. I've never tried that.
That's a great question.
No, I think dairy farms, there have been studies, and it's kind of like we were talking about the importance of music, that they'll produce more milk with the right music playing.
I'm speechless.
I'm just picking on him. I don't know that.
Oh,
No, I
thought
think
you
it is
told
true.
the
I think
truth.
it's true.
I thought you
You
is
gotta
it not
back
the
me
truth?
up here.
Sorry.
Is it not the truth?
No, I think it is true, actually.
Oh my goodness! So you can turn on like Luke Combs and
They prefer
just-
classical. They prefer Beethoven and Bach.
Oh really?
I don't know.
That is so mean. That is so
Maybe.
mean.
It depends on the cow.
And back to stunt.
Okay.
So, getting into this season, I mean, starting up this weekend, what's been exciting about this team when you all have practiced and gotten ready
Yeah.
for this year? What excites you about the year?
I think just, again, like the hard work and the motivation we put together as a team. Like, we have set so many goals to be better than last year, which is going to be challenging because last year was a great season, and we just keep pushing for them. We know we need to get this and this done every practice, and we stay later than we normally do, but just the hard work and dedication and the motivation that we have together as a team is, I think, what's going to do us great this season.
Yeah, being picked team captain is a huge honor. Huge honor. What are some things that you learned in your last couple of years here at UT Martin that have prepared you to take on that role this season?
Yeah, so we've had some great captains in the past, and it's a big role to fill because there's been some amazing. And I think just them being there no matter what's going on. So, like, if we just need someone to talk to or hug, like, they're always there. And that's someone that I want to be on the team, that no matter what, anyone can come to me. And so I think that's what's really pushing for us as captains.
Your sport is growing so fast. 20 years from now, when you look back and you're kind of one of the pioneers, as it was just kind of, where do you want it to be?
I think now that it's fully became a NCAA sport, it's just going to keep growing. There's so many teams joining, and I think eventually every state will have a stunt team and multiple ones in their stunt team, and I think it'll be cool to look back and see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, getting to some fun questions now here. Favorite artist to listen to before games?
This is a hard one. So we have a playlist for stunt
You
that we
do?
listen to on the bus ride,
Okay.
and it's so all over the place. Like, we have country, we have rap, we have all different kinds of hobbies.
that's what
It's
makes
just
it fun.
all over. Yeah, and I think just listen to that playlist is really.
Do you have like a Mount Rushmore, like a top 4 or a top 5?
I think
Do
it
you
depends
get-
on the game.
Oh.
Like,
Just
how to
depends on,
get
like, the
my
mood.
mind into
Yeah.
it. and
Because
get my head-
sometimes, okay, some country might work one day, rap the next.
Yeah, I think just depend on, like, going into the game and look into it, how to get my mindset into it. I think it'll depend.
All right. Okay, so
Do
next
you
one.
sing?
No.
Oh, okay. We were going to do karaoke. That
Neither
was-
do we, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
no, it's good. So, a favorite thing to do off the court with your teammates?
I think just hang out. We all usually will go like eat after practice and just talk. And I think that's the best thing is that we're so close that we usually don't like being away from each other for long. And so I think just being able to go, like, we'll go over and stay and just talk and eat. I think that's the best thing.
Yeah, so you're also a member of the cheer team here at UT Martin. What's your favorite sport to cheer on here at UT Martin?
I would have to say basketball.
Basketball. Why do you like basketball?
I've been cheering basketball since 3rd grade. And so
Oh.
I just like how it can change so fast. And it's so, like, I can see what's going on. And I just love that. It just changes all the time. So you never know how it's going to end.
Yeah.
Okay, next
And
one.
you're right
Yeah.
there. Like sometimes in football, they're on the other side of the field, but in basketball, you're always
Yeah,
right
oh, yeah.
there.
We're always right
Yeah,
there.
you've got a clear view of everything that's happening.
Matter of fact, sometimes you have to get out of the way.
Oh,
Yes,
that
that
happened
is-
the other night.
Yeah, it did. I mean, they had to clear out. It was bad. All right, so if you could be best friends with a character in any TV show or movie, which would you choose and why?
That's a hard one. I would have to say probably Amy off Heartland. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
And she, like, just shows how you can push through anything. And I just love that. I think she could teach me so much if I was friends with her.
What's the show about?
It's on a ranch. So it's kind of just like their life on a ranch. But, like, there's twists and turns with it. And I think that's what... It really keeps me interested.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
recommend it then?
Yes.
Okay.
Heartland, put it on the watch list.
Okay,
Chris.
that's
We'll
right.
put it on the watch list. We'll see if they play Beethoven.
I've seen the previews. I think it comes up in my queue.
Okay. We'll see if they play Beethoven for the cows. Just anywho. Last question. Which celebrity's wedding would you like to attend?
I would have to say Lainey Wilson.
Lainey Wilson.
Yes.
Did she already get married, or is she about to get
I
married?
think about to.
About to
About
get
to.
married.
Yeah.
Okay. So
She's
Lainey
pretty
Wilson,
awesome.
you
She-
wouldn't want to go to Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce?
I like country music more, so
Okay,
I
that's right.
followed that side more.
Taylor used to be country.
Yeah, but now.
Taylor did used to be country.
Laney will always be
Oh
country.
yeah, there's
Laney
no
is
doubt
country.
in our there's no doubt.
Did
in
you
our
watch
minds.
Yellowstone?
I did.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she was on
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
Wasn't she on
wasn't
Yellowstone? No.
I thought she
Or
was.
maybe her music was on Yellowstone.
I don't remember.
What's your favorite Lainey Wilson song?
I don't know. I have so many.
She's very good.
Yeah, I was gonna say it changes when she puts out new albums. It always changes.
There's oh my goodness, I'm trying to think. She's got so many.
Yeah, she has a lot.
I have a couple on my playlist. She's very, very good. She's awesome. Well, Emily, anything else you'd like to
You want to ask Davis anything?
Yeah, you want to ask us any questions? Am I gullible? Yes, I 100%.
I think there really is a dairy cow music study. There's something out there. I mean, I wouldn't have made that up.
Yeah, what Jody's just nodding in the background. She just, yeah. Unbelievable what you do to me in this. This is a podcast that's going to be seen. It's available to see for the world, and they're going to see how you make fun of me.
I wasn't making fun of you.
Oh, you did. Anyway, thanks so much.
Is this
for joining
awkward
us.
for you two?
I'm good.
Hey, listen, Chris and I spend countless hours together on the road for basketball games, so like this is like a regular occurrence. He has to like pull my leg sometimes,
Every
on
once
some
in a
stuff.
while.
Yeah, just
Occasionally.
to make sure.
Any
I'm
good
awake.
practical jokes y'all have ever done with the stunt team or
Oh,
anything?
my
or
goodness.
any of your teammates? No.
No,
I guess as a captain, you can't really do that because
I
you've
was
got.
gonna say we haven't done many.
You might have the pranks pulled on you,
Yeah.
and then you'd have to be a good sport about it. Gosh, that would not be fun. I would not like the prank calls or anything like that. No prank call at 2 a.m. Get that out of here.
No.
That'd be terrible. What are we doing? Hopefully nobody prank calls you at 2 a.m. That'd be bad.
Yeah, I haven't had that happen.
Hopefully they don't watch this and then that gets inspired.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, we should call.
Good luck with me. I'd sleep through it. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, Emily, thanks so much for joining us here. Good luck here in
Thank
the
you.
upcoming season, and we'll be keeping up. And again, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll go ahead and take a break. Keep right here, Skyhawk Sports Talk.
If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
Skyhawk Sports Talk podcast is brought to you by Weekly Ford Nissan.
That will do it for yet another episode of Skyhawk Sports Talk. Davis Gregory with Chris Brinkley as we wrap things up. The snow is melting outside. It's nice and warm up here.
Yep.
Um,
You're wearing short sleeves.
I am.
Yeah.
I am very excited for, I guess, next week. It's going to be warming up a little bit around here in Martin, Tennessee. But no, what a week that we have, Chris.
Yeah.
Would love to see everyone come out to the Kathleen and Tom Elam Center, both basketball teams in action, and keep up with all of our other teams that will be playing throughout this this week. But huge time, great time for fellowship there at the basketball games this week. Going to be such a fun time.
Yep, if you're stir crazy, get out. Skyhawks will be basketball playing on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be all the fun in the world. Make sure to come out and join us. Well, for Mac Dorn behind the camera, for Chris Brinkley, and for myself, Davis Gregory, all of the great people in sports information with Ryan Rickman, Alex Bogus, and Parker Griffith. We want to thank you all so much for tuning in, and all of our great people also here at Woodfire Pizza Kitchen who do a exceptional job every single Monday night. We want to thank them so much for providing this great atmosphere and environment. We sign off, Davis Gregory, saying God bless here from Skyhawk Sports Talk.
If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
Skyhawk Sports Talk podcast is brought to you by Weekly Ford Nissan.
Which, by the way, we need to talk about Don't Walk on a Lake.
Yeah.
I got one to top it.
Oh.
Okay, so we had to put insulation in the ceilings of the log cabins. And so they went up through we cut a hole in the utility room and put a staircase in there so they could get up in there to do that. The little cabin, we didn't do that because I didn't want to put, it's so small, I didn't want one room to have a big pull-down staircase in it. So we cut an opening on the far end that nobody will ever see. It's an opening about, that big. And they were supposed to go in there and do that. Well, we don't have the lights done, so we had to get the lighting people to come back out, do it, yada, yada, yada. Well, my buddy calls me or texts me yesterday and said, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we need to put some plastic up there and cover it. And I'm like, oh, gosh. I said, well, I'll do that. So I headed over there to do that. Yeah. Okay. So my biggest fear as I was going was I've got to climb up the ladder.
Yeah.
And it's going to be icy. And I'm like, that's not smart.
How many feet in the air?
The land goes like this. Yeah. So on one end, you're probably 12 feet up. The other end, you're probably 25 feet up. So I get there. Ladder is as dry as it can be. Life's great. I climb up that ladder and look, and I go, oh, crap. There's about that much melted on the edge, and everything else is snow up to the edges, and then there's a little off the edge. And I'm like going, well, I hit the snow, or I hit the ice, and it was snow because it's melted. And I went, okay, I think we can do this because it's on the other side. I got to go all the way around the cabin. You with me? You're with me. So I get up there and I go, okay, I need to get to the peak of the roof because there's about 2 feet of melt and I can walk on the shingles because the shingles are gripping. So I got over there to it, climbed up. It's mushy. I mean, if it's snow, you're fine. You're fine. Ice, no. So we get up there and I crawl along the first side.
Yourself?
Yes, I was by myself.
Did you have your phone?
I left my phone in my other truck.
Oh, no.
That was part of the story. So I crawl along and I get to the corner and I turn the corner and I go, oh, crap. Because it's straight down and straight over, so there's nowhere that the snow is melted from because it was so thick. And I was like, it's about a 40-foot walk to the other end, and you got to deal with that. So I said, okay, I'll give it a step and we'll see. And I took a little step and it was snow. I'm like, okay. So the funny thing is when I got over there, you could see my steps were literally that far apart. Like I'm doing this all the way down. And I'm like, I don't care if I don't care. Because I'm going, that's a long way down over there. I get to the end and I start to turn the corner and I'm gonna hold the roof and I'm gonna pull myself over and I'm gonna put it up there. I put my foot down. It's the direct north end, north.
It's frozen.
It's still frozen, sheet, solid, everything. And I'm going, oh, crap. I said, you ain't, there's no way. There's no way. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Because if I don't put the plastic up there and it rains, it'll ruin my ceiling. You with me? Because I've got a hole in the side.
You couldn't do it from the inside?
Do what?
You couldn't do it from the inside?
How would you get in?
Yeah.
You can't. The hole is the only way to get in the inside.
I see. I got you.
So I'm like, ugh. Well, fortunately, up that side is about 6 inches of melt. It's melt. And so it's still snow going up that side because the sun's been hitting it all day. So I grab the side and put my foot in, and I dig and I pull up, right? And I get to the peak of the roof. And I'm like, okay, now note to self. Going up, not that bad. Remember that. Now, I get up there and I have to lean over and put the plastic on and tape it while I'm hanging on with the tape and all this stuff. So I'm getting it done. I got it all on there, and it's going okay. And I'm going so slow. I'm like, don't do this. This has got catastrophe written all over it. I mean, it's right there. And I'm going so slow. It's like I'm pulling tape off like this fast. Because I'm like, no movement do I need to shift or something. So I get all the tape on there. I'm doing good. And I got a few more places I'm going to tape it. And I had 2 things of tape with me. And so I put the tape right here, and I turned. And when I turned, I moved about 1 inch. And that tape shot down the other side of the roof and went scraping up like National Lampoon's Vacation when he went flying. Yeah. That's what that thing of tape did. It went flying off. And I just went, that could have been me.
That's you. Yeah, that's right.
And so I went, okay, so take your tape. It's not as good. Take your time. Let's go. So I did it. Got it. Okay. All right. Let's go down. Down. When you're going up, you're grabbing and pulling. When you're going down, you're putting your foot somewhere and having it stop you. How are you stopping going down?
You not if you can't hold on to
There's
anything.
nothing.
Oh.
So I sat there for about 5 minutes, and I went, okay, all right, what are my options here? I'm at the peak of this roof. I could go all the way across the very peak of the roof on my butt to that end. It is melted, and I can get over there, but then I've got to get down, which is about a 5-foot drop. That is probably the safest until the 5-foot drop. And if I get over there and it's not, then I got to come all the way back and reassess this. And I said, or I can grab hold here and I can suck it up and put my foot in there and I can slide my butt down in the snow and just say, that's way safer than anything else. God, but my butt's going to be cold. This is going to be terrible. Cold butt versus the ER. I'm good with my butt being cold. So I climbed down till I got down there, stood up as carefully as I could, looked back, and then I went all the way back around. Well, then I had to get back to the ladder. That's going backwards down with nothing to grab hold of. So that was another one. Luckily, there's a tree limb sitting right there. And I grabbed that tree limb, and I was like, you're a little too wiggly for me. But I grabbed it, held on, got there, got on the ladder, climbed down.
And you
Life's
did.
good. And we're safe now.
And he's here today.
But I'm telling you, note to self, you need to think things through before you do them. Because you can get to the point of no return, and then I don't know what you do.
Yeah.
At least have your phone with you. I'm telling you, I did. I reached in my pocket because I was going to take a picture because I was on the top of my roof. The sun was setting. There was ice all over the lake, and so it had the ice in an orange glow. It was gorgeous. And I went, oh, I got to take a and then I went, okay, I'm kind of sad I don't get to take a picture here, but that's not good. This is not good. So anyway, as if I can't top one story of stupidity, I can top it. I can always top it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
the best thing was, though, and a friend of mine said, well, you should have had your buddy go out there and let him do it. I said, I wouldn't let him do it. If I hadn't have been as tall as I am, I couldn't have done it because I had enough of myself on the top that I could reach down and tape everything up. You could not have done it. The only way you could have done it is with me holding you as you went over the edge.
That's interesting.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I would have thought it would have been a disadvantage to be tall because you'd have further to go. But it was the only way you.
It was the only way it would have gotten done.
Reach.
Yeah. It was. Oh.
Wow.
Anyway, and I'm gonna tell you this: when I put my foot on that ice, go back to our ice story. Don't mess with ice. My foot just went, and I said, okay, we're not going that way.